Welcome back to Only Talk Sports, where we talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. I'm your host, Jeffrey, and subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Now, the Week 11 AP Top 25 poll is out, and let's go over what the AP voters ranked teams in college football and see what I think about every ranking. Now, Georgia's the number one team in the AP poll. No surprise there. They beat Tennessee, and they definitely deserve to be the number one team in the country. Ohio State is number two. They beat Northwestern on the road. And even though they kind of struggled a little bit in this game, there's no reason for them to not be the number two team. Michigan is number three, and they won at Rutgers, and obviously they move up because teams lost. TCU is up to number four, and they beat Texas Tech, and again, they moved up because teams lost as well. Tennessee is at number five, and Tennessee drops after losing to Georgia. Still, they belong to be up in the top five, but losing to Georgia, you have to drop somewhere. Oregon's at number six, and they won at Colorado, so they deserve to move up. LSU's now at number seven after beating Alabama. They deserve to move up big because they played fantastic against Alabama, and beating Alabama is a big feat, and it was a great win for them. USC is now at number eight after beating California. They did struggle against California, but they moved up because teams lost. UCLA is at number nine, and they beat Arizona State on the road, but again, they moved up as well because their teams lost and they moved down. Alabama's at number 10 for losing to LSU. No shame in losing at LSU, but Alabama had to move down somewhere. But Alabama's still a great team, and they do deserve to be in the top 10. Ole Miss is at number 11. And Ole Miss had a bye, so Ole Miss stays in the same spot. Clemson's at number 12 after losing at Notre Dame. Clemson's still a really good team, but obviously their offense is really struggling, so they lost to Notre Dame, and they had to move down because teams ahead of them are performing better than they are. Utah's at number 13, and Utah beat Arizona, but they moved down one because teams moved ahead of them. Penn State's at number 14, and they beat Indiana handily, so Penn State deserves to move up, and they're still a really great football team. North Carolina's at number 15, and they beat Virginia on the road in a close one. Even though they only have one loss, the reason why they're not higher is because North Carolina has not had the greatest strength of schedule in the world. They're still a good football team. Tulane's at number 16, and they're at 8-1. And Tulane beat Tulsa, but again, kind of like North Carolina, but to a much further extent. Tulane is not in the greatest strength of schedule. They do have a couple really good wins, but Tulane is still a great team, and they're ranked number 16 for a reason. But NC State's at number 17 after beating Wake Forest. A great win for NC State without Devin Leary. They're starting to get things figured out, and they're a really good team, and that's why they moved up to number 17. Texas re-enters the poll at number 18 after Texas beat Kansas State. Great win for Texas, and they deserve to move up a lot because Kansas State's a really good team. Liberty's at number 19 after Liberty beat Arkansas, and that was a really good win to go on the road at an SEC school and win like that. Was a great win for Liberty. Notre Dame's at number 20 after beating Clemson. Notre Dame re-enters the poll for the first time in a few weeks, and Notre Dame, even though they have three losses and they've had a couple of bad losses, they still have a couple of good wins, and like over North Carolina and over Clemson. Notre Dame does deserve to be in the top 25. Illinois is at number 21 after losing to Michigan State. Really surprising loss. Illinois does deserve to still be ranked with two losses, and they've been a really good team, but that was a bad loss there. UCF is now at number 22 after they beat Memphis. Good win on the road, and UCF does have a pretty decent strength of schedule, and they only have two losses. They deserve to be ranked. Kansas State's at number 23 after losing to Texas. They did drop pretty far because they have three losses now, and they're still a good team, but that was a tough loss at home. Washington re-enters the poll after beating a team that was ranked in Oregon State, but now Washington's ranked instead of Oregon State because Washington beat them, and Washington re-entered the poll for the first time in a few weeks. Florida State's at number 25 after manhandling Miami, their rival. You know, some people would wonder why they're ranked. They are barely ranked with only 78 votes, but they still do make a really good argument to be ranked because of the fact that Florida State manhandled Miami, and they've had a pretty decent strength of schedule, and they do have that win over LSU, which is looking better and better. Oklahoma State, Wake Forest, Syracuse, and Oregon State all dropped out of the top 25 for losing their games. And in the other team votes, you have Cincinnati, Kentucky, Coastal Carolina, Wake Forest, Oklahoma State, Baylor, Kansas, Mississippi State, South Carolina, Troy, UTSA, Oregon State, Louisville, and San Jose State. All teams that could move into the AP Top 25 if they keep winning. You could make an argument for Coastal Carolina with only one loss, or even Cincinnati, Kentucky, or Wake Forest. Probably Oklahoma State, Baylor, and Kansas are the teams that you can make an argument for to be ranked. Maybe Mississippi State as well. But again, it's very close. They could definitely get into the top 25 if they keep winning. Comment down below what you think about the AP Top 25 poll and whether you think all the teams were ranked justifiably or not. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Like this video down below, and I will see you next time.